Welcome to Master Memories, the podcast where my friends talk about their lives. I'm here with James Richard Whalen, a.k.a. Moby Dick, a.k.a. I feel like I had another thing. I don't know. I just won the Landon Master last night, bobsled tournament, if you know, you know. It's a festival going on here. But, you had any other nicknames I missed?
I don't think so. JW Salad.
JW Salad? Oh yeah. That's Michigan, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's your first memory of us?
Pledging at some point. There were a couple of times when we would, you and I, doing, block setups together. I remember spelling your name wrong several times.
Yeah.
And then we just went to Lando, so it's less confusing.
Yeah. You can't spell that one wrong.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like I don't remember, the first time meeting you was just kind of I feel like most people on our PC is just kind of just hanging out and all that shit.
Yeah, we never had a shake hands, nice to meet you moment.
Yeah, I think we tried to do that at midnight and then just
And then they were like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Go
No.
upstairs.
Yeah, just have a night.
Uh-huh.
What? That was a fucked up night for me. I don't know about you, but I was terribly drunk.
Yeah, I threw up right after Graham Grams.
Yeah,
Immediately after.
I blacked the fuck out. And, between Grand Crams and throwing up in my dorm, I have no idea what happened to me. Honestly, I remember walking Plattner home, and that's it.
You walked him home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I was good enough to walk him home. I think he was wanting to go McDonald's, and it was right next to his. It was because he was in the view still,
Yeah.
so he wanted to get on the way. I was like, I'll walk you to McDonald's or something like that. I don't know if I got anything, but I just remember at one point saying bye to him on my walk. So that's literally the only thing I remember before, just facing the trash.
Up to,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Where'd you live?
Bowen.
Bowen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
we had the desk in the bathroom.
Yeah, shower desk, the good
Shower
times.
desk, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever miss the dorms?
Yes and no. I mean, they're kind of fun. And I like that things were clean and nice and neat and you could wipe things down.
Yeah.
But I can't these houses you can't really do that.
Yeah.
My entire house is carpeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, most of I feel like all the rooms in our house are carpeted, but then the main
Yeah, your
areas
guys' living rooms are wood, which is
yeah,
nice. But
wood or tile.
Yeah, ours are not.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that next year.
Yeah, it'll be really fun.
Yeah, we had a house cleaning people that just for the the first floor living areas, and then the two bathrooms 18 apiece. So I'm hoping to get that, but kids have been kind of argumentative about getting cleaners. They're oh, people are gonna be moving in and out, even just for the common areas. I don't know.
He will argue about everything. We call him the light Nazi. Because he was in charge of paying the electric bill.
Yeah.
And we split it evenly, but he
Yeah.
would still go around and turn off the lights. So.
Yeah, that's about right. I don't know. I was in charge of electric, so I kind of get that sometimes. But at the same time, I'm excited to move in your house.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say your bathroom is the only bathroom I refuse to go in because it's just
The first one?
heinous.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. The
Yeah.
toilet seat's broken.
Really?
Still, yeah. It has been for 2 months.
Yeah, I'm not cleaning that shit. I don't think anyone wants to. I'm hiring someone to do that shit because
I'm going to try to clean it for him about.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. You don't have to do that.
Well, my mom's coming on Thursday and staying in my house.
Ah.
So I'm going to clean the bathroom.
I gotcha. That's nice of you.
I mean, it's not going to... There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Because it's bad already as a baseline. But I'll try to clean it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Has your mom ever been any place before, or?
Yeah, she's been inside, but not
Stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You excited to live with your mom for a couple days?
Just one night.
I
That'll
gotcha.
be cool.
I gotcha.
We're gonna go to Outer.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I took my parents to Outer. They're like, we're gonna leave.
My mom went to Outer when she went to college here.
Really?
Yeah. She was like, oh yeah, I remember Outer.
My dad went to the library and that's it. I mean, to be fair, the 80s are a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing today before we started filming?
Grocery shopping. And making a mental list of what I need to clean out of my room. I'm doing one of my walls today, like everything on that wall. Like,
It's a good way to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, because I have like so much, I have to downsize so much.
Really?
Because it's like our apartment is 744 square feet.
Is that a lot or little?
It's not very much.
Ah.
It's pretty small. And we're like sharing a closet. And like we're splitting my dresser.
Damn.
So after I have like 50% of the stuff that I have right now.
Yard sale? Or
I'm gonna go to Plato's, I think. Try to
damn.
sell some of my stuff.
Yeah.
You can get first pick if you want.
All I want is all the farmer shit. Let me have it.
Any farmer shit? No, farmer shit's staying.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel like packing up is weird because like it's kind of like a chore, but at the same time it's like you reflect a lot on like the times you had with all the shit, like especially like clothes. I feel like they're like so many of my clothes and shit I have like specific memories with.
Or like I wore this when this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I had like a couple shirts recently that I was like you have too many holes. I need to throw you out. I was like, but I don't want to.
I'm like that with some of my underwear.
Really?
I'm like, this is good underwear, but it's like
I'm the exact
got a
opposite.
full hole in the groin. Like I can't wear you anymore.
I'm the exact opposite. I have 3 good pairs of underwear. The rest are just like, and I'm like I really need to upgrade my underwear because I'm like I immediately go to the 3 good pairs and then I'm just like, oh no, I want to do laundry
you
again.
Do laundry 3 days. Yeah, go to Marshalls.
Really?
Yeah, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I got like Tommy, Calvin Klein, like good underwear.
Yeah. I know the nice stretchy underwear is the best. I'm telling you, like cotton or whatever the fuck it is, because like
boxer briefs.
Yeah, I think I'm switching over to that because I've been a boxer guy my entire life, and it's just I think I can change my opinion at the age of 22.
I think you're allowed to, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel
very
like
mature of you.
Some people are just like, I'm a boxer guy and I'm a boxer guy for life. It's like I feel like I've been given new information that has changed my view.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxer briefs are the way to go.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like all my block clothes, I'm really sad.
Damn.
'Cause, like I can't keep all of it. I have too much.
Are you gonna keep like the ATO shirts and stuff, or?
I'm gonna keep like a couple, but I'm gonna try to like give away some of the shit. Like I'm not gonna wear my hoodies.
Yeah.
Like, my ATO hoodies, like I have no interest in those.
Yeah.
And like some of the good Rush shirts I'll keep.
Yeah.
Cause like it'll be cool to like have like when I'm like old.
Yeah.
Like for my painting shirts or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Grass cutting shirt.
Yeah, and just like be like I was a frat guy at one point. I'm still mad. The last Rush shirt, the one with the dog on the front.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
That sucks.
Yeah, because I was at home with Mono, and then when I came back, like they were like, "Oh yeah, we don't have any more." I'm like, "What? I bought one. What do you mean?"
Bought one and you didn't get one.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I think Tice gave me back my money, but I honestly don't remember. I'll say this: before everything that happened in Windsor, didn't have the worst opinion of him because he gave me back, or like we agreed because like I had Mono, like I would get like a bunch of, or like I was gonna do like in between socially active and socially inactive when it comes to payments, so he gave me like a bunch of money back.
Oh, dope.
So just because I was like not able to go for the majority of the semester, so yeah, not the worst guy until he dropped it back.
Yeah, threw $1,000 on roulette.
Yeah, fun guy Sam. What's your typical day look like right now?
I've been all over the place. I haven't stayed in the same place for like more than 3 nights since the end of May.
Damn.
Because I went to France
for
2 weeks, end of May, beginning of June, and then went to see my mom, was like staying in Slippery Rock with Abigail, then was with my dad's, then was in Columbus for a weekend, then back here, and I've just been like everywhere, so I don't have like a regular day.
Yeah.
Which has been like, I'm like really excited to like move and have a schedule.
Yeah.
And have something to do.
Yeah. I'll say this about the 9 to 5 life, like once every day is the same, it's so easy to like make a structure around it.
Yeah, and I just like feel like my life is in shambles because I have no structure.
Yeah. That was me this past semester. Like all 5 of my days were so completely different because of classes and just I did not get to the finish line very gracefully, let me tell you.
Me neither, brother. I had 19 and a half credits. 7 classes.
Jeez. Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
A fucking disaster.
Yeah, and didn't your professor email you when you were
during the bar crawl?
Yeah.
And I sprinted home and submitted some assignments.
It's tough, dude.
And I passed.
Look, you're here now.
I got the C- that I needed.
You got the C-, you got your job.
Diploma? No, I don't have a job.
Oh. Okay, you got your
I
diploma.
got my diploma.
Yeah.
And I have an apartment. I don't have a job.
Yeah. No, you got it.
I have no job.
You
I found out Friday that there's a job at Huntington that I like went through 2 rounds of interviews for.
Yeah.
Didn't get,
I'm sorry.
which is tough. So it would have been really nice.
Yeah.
So back to square one.
Look,
I'm applying for a job at White Castle right now. I'm in the process of that.
their headquarters downtown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at, like big companies in Columbus.
Hell yeah.
Like headquartered in Columbus, and just go like work like in HR for them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll,
I just need a job.
I'll see you at Nationwide if we can chopper you around, you know?
Sure.
I got, we don't have any farms or anything like that, but like you said,
That's okay.
HR.
I don't have to do farms.
Yeah.
That's just one of my many facets. I'm a Renaissance man.
Oh yeah, you're a bartender, what were you doing in North Star again?
Bartending.
Bartending? Okay.
I was a service team member.
Service team member, excuse me.
Yeah.
Didn't you have to like clean shave every morning when you did that?
Yeah, I had to be clean shaven. We had a uniform. I couldn't I was wearing like a thin silver chain, and they were like, you can't wear that.
Damn.
You have to take that off. I'm like, you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, uniform, belt, on-slip shoes, which were good but annoying.
Yeah. Outside of like, you know, the chain and the beard thing or the shaving stuff, like how did you like having to be in like a uniform, like kind of that regiment of like same thing every day?
It was kind of cool in that I didn't have to think about what I was gonna wear.
Yeah.
Because like when I was bartending at the cantina, it was like I could wear whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Which was like kind of fun, but I had to get like my fits off.
Yeah.
At work, you know.
You gotta make sure that like all the customers know that like you're dripping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which like it was kind of I hated shaving though.
Yeah.
Because like just when I was getting into my facial hair phase,
Mm.
and my trimmer is dead, so I look like a Republican right now. But it's not intentional.
Yeah.
I don't mean to have a bushy beard as I do.
Now I feel like, you know, there's like a very thin line between like, you know, like a nice trimmed shaved beard that you look like a normal person, then like just when you get like just a little scruffy enough, it's like, oh, no rights for anyone.
Yeah, there was a pair of sunglasses that my dad's that are like the racing sunglasses
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and I put them on. I was like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah,
I looked like I was a January 6th insurrection. I wasn't. I'm wearing a Carhartt shirt, which is also not helping.
I don't know about that.
But I promise.
Well, I feel like I saw 10 guys exactly like you.
Exactly, that's the issue.
Yeah. I was in Miami when that happened, and I remember just turning on the TV and just seeing that. I was like, yeah, well, we'll figure that out later.
I'm like, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's great. Have you watched any of this shit? The hearings?
It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
Like, I don't understand, like, how can they get all this information and, like, not do anything? Like,
well, I think they're gonna do something at the end, right? Whatever the jury finds. I don't know what it's gonna mean.
The jury, from my understanding, like, this is just, like, saying if the Senate or if the House is allowed to, like, do anything to them. It's a matter of, like, are they allowed to or not, and then
they have
it's
to
still
do
onto them
which
to,
they're
like,
not
do
going to.
anything. So it's, like, it's a weird two-step process, but if Trump runs again after all this shit, like, I don't know. Like,
well, he's got, like, a 20% lockdown no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what he does.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
No, his fan base is fucking rabid. It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you see the one where it was like, like Mike Kelly was the guy who provided the, did you hear that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from my congressional district in Pennsylvania.
Let's go! Representation, dude.
Yeah.
Voted
That's
for
my
him.
guy. No, I
Yeah.
did not vote for him.
I don't know. Look, I just put the sunglasses on. I'm gonna say you voted for him, and no one's gonna be able to say no.
I'm not putting the sunglasses on.
Fuck. Alright. Actually, speaking of, where do you lean politically and why?
I lean left, but I would say pretty left.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of interesting because like growing like Titusville is about as conservative as you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, really, there's like, it's just all pure white. There's like one minority family in the whole town, basically. And it's just like country boys and big trucks and Republicans, and like there's still so many like Trump signs in yards.
Yeah.
There's just one, if you're like leaving town, there's like a guy, his whole front, he's like devoted his entire front yard. He's like built signs, it's like fuck Biden, like fuck you, Trump 2020, forever, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
How much money do you have to spend on that?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's just like everywhere. And so it's like, but my dad is from, like Akron.
Yeah.
So he's like, and my mom's from Columbus, so like they are from a more urban environment, so I've sort of seen. So I was sort of growing up like out of the. I wasn't part of like that, the Titusville, because like you're born in Titusville and you die in Titusville. That's where you live your whole life. You never leave. Like I know people who never left the county.
Damn.
That you just stay in Titusville forever. And so like, I've traveled a little bit and I've seen like diversity.
Yeah.
And like that people are different and that like so the world is crazy. So like I've sort of had that
Expansion.
Yeah. And so it's like been interesting to see like that. Because like I have friends who just like have never left the state. And like they were friends. Like my friend group in Titusville was like it was like all the popular guys at the high school because my high school was tiny. The town's tiny, so you hung out with the guys who you played sports with or whatever, and like they're all very conservative and racist and throwing around the N-word, and like I came here and I'm like, oh, like
people don't like
that. Not everyone who's cool is racist, and like people who, so it was like coming to Ohio State was like a huge like opening of my mind. Like, oh, like there are people who are like cool and also liberal like me.
Yeah.
I
don't know about friends. Cool and liberal.
Yeah, it's hard to be both.
Yeah.
I'm neither probably. Well, I'm liberal. I'm not cool.
Yeah.
But that was like crazy. So like that was like, oh, I like sort of felt validated about my opinions.
Yeah.
From like coming here and like a big thing was like Mason Coleman.
Yeah.
Like. So I was like, he, in my mind, like, everything about him was the same as, like, my friends from home. And then I'm like, I think Dak was like, what do you, like, I was, like, saying something, and he's like, who do you, like, you think he's a Republican? I'm like, yeah, like, for sure. He's like, no, like, he's, like, super, super liberal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, like.
Yeah, you wouldn't, I don't know why.
You mean to tell me that.
Yeah.
Because he is, like.
Yeah, I know, he's super, like, liberal, but, like, weirdly at first, like, I don't know what about, but like at first glance you wouldn't think.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And so like that sort of like totally like flipped like how I think about people initially, and like I've sort of caught I think my dad is sort of still stuck in the how I used to think of like seeing somebody who's like, oh, like you have a beard, therefore
you're a Republican.
You're a Republican, or you are doing this or whatever, and like I'm like not every white person is that.
Yeah.
And like not every minority is a Democrat.
Yeah.
Which is like sort of when you come from a small town you don't like see that. It's like sort of how when you like look at on Twitter or whatever, that's like how everything is.
Yeah.
And so to get out of like the people are varied and different and it's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a big world. Do you ever like kind of worry about your old friends, just like the fact that they'll or like you said, like some people like don't leave Titusville ever. Like, do you worry that like they're never going to and just kind of like keep in their little world or?
Yeah, no, it makes me sad because like these are like they're at their core good people, and I mean, then it's all just like they've been. Their environment has made them how they are.
Yeah,
and it's like it's sad because like I have, like, good friends who will like stay in touch. Like my friend Jack, I don't know if he came, Blacklight my sophomore year.
The only Blacklight I went to was junior year.
Okay, yeah, so he was there. He came and visited, and like he's like went to college, and then when COVID hit, his like so anti like lockdown that he just like stopped going to school. Like he refused to do school online.
Damn.
Like his family, and I think he eventually went back or something. But like his dad runs the funeral home in town, so now he's just gonna go to mortuary school and take over the funeral home. And like he was like a biology major, he wanted to go be a doctor or something, and like,
damn, dude,
his like political beliefs have like totally like brought his world down so much smaller.
Yeah, that's.
And it's like it makes me sad to like see how that's impacted. And it's like happened to a lot of guys. Like 3 or 4 of my friends like went to one semester, and then they flunked out or dropped out, and are just now working wherever in town at the Pepsi depot moving crates. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, I understand that's not college isn't for everybody, and everyone has their own path. But it's a bummer to see. And I understand that I have a lot of privilege to be financially supported to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas some weren't.
Yeah.
But it's sad, to see them not being able to do what they could.
Well, I mean, you could also think that, you might be a roadmap for, like, kids around Titusville. Like, hey, like, this, or let's say you got out, but like, you went to college, you graduated, you're on your way to being a big corporate hotshot.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, like maybe giving that inspiration to some younger people that, or while their minds are still young and malleable and pokey and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not that nobody ever leaves. There's certainly
Yeah,
people who do. And I'm not sure I'm gonna like go back on a mission trip and be like, you can do it too.
Yeah,
Look how
yeah.
successful I am.
Yeah, not that white savior shit.
Yeah, I'm not a white savior. I'm not a savior at all. I don't have my shit figured out at all.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does, to be honest.
No, definitely not. But
what's your relationship look like with your family?
I've in the last like couple months, I've like totally like sort of mentally reevaluated my relationship with my parents.
Really?
Yeah, it's sort of because I've like never had a serious relationship until Abigail, and so I've never like been like intimately close to another family unit
Mm-hmm.
than my own.
Yeah.
Before like recently, and so like sort of learning more about her family and hanging out with them and spending time with them. Like they have like a total classic American traditionalist family.
It's cool.
Little unit, and they go
Yeah.
and they eat dinner at the dinner table every night and do the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's like cool, and they're
Yeah.
and I mean my parents are separated, so like I never had the normal. Like they're both remarried, so I sort of had parents at each house, but like
Yeah.
it's always been up and around and everywhere and moving everywhere.
Yeah.
And going back and forth. But like, sort of, I don't know if it's just maturing and like realizing that like my parents didn't do everything right. But like I'm like, oh, like they're not these like perfect people, and like my childhood wasn't exactly like sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Cause like my sister basically raised me, especially at my dad's.
Yeah.
She just worked all the time, and so like it's like really interesting to like see how, and to like sort of come out of my own body and like understand how that like how I am the way that I am because of how they are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's like I feel like it's kind of like like there's like a day when you're like 4 years old, you're like, oh my god, I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a similar like thing of like when you realize that your parents are just people. Like,
Yeah, no, that's like sort of the realization that I've had. I'm like, you're just
Yeah.
like a person.
Yeah. Like, you might be my parent, and like I might, you kind of put your parents on a pedestal growing up, but at the end of the day, like, they have emotions, they have dreams, they have good days, bad days. Like,
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like actually life changing. Like, kind of changes your whole perspective, like you kind of said.
Yeah, so it's sort of like maybe think of them differently as like totally as like real people,
Mm-hmm.
and that like they've had their own struggles, and obviously they're not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's just like that's how I am because of their decisions, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, I think they made good enough decisions so far.
Yeah, it turned out alright so far.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could use some more.
Could use a beard trim.
What would you say is your most unique talent?
I can't burp. Is that a talent?
Sure. I mean, it's whatever you want.
I don't know. I don't really think of myself as a particularly talented person. I think of myself as pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
But I'm not like exceptional in any areas really.
Jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing? Or?
Yeah. That's sort of been like I've always wanted to like learn everything.
Yeah.
And so like because of that I've never like really specialized in anything specifically. Like I have a lot of soft skills.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I try to market myself to jobs.
Yeah.
Liberal arts degree, 2 minors, just pulling myself in every direction.
Yeah.
And so I don't like do one thing good.
Yeah, but you do all of them.
I do everything
well.
okay.
Yeah.
But I do nothing great.
Yeah, but you still do know a lot of things more than me. I only do one thing. It's beep boop.
Yeah, but I can't do any of that. I
Yeah.
took an art class last semester.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Look, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't do beep boop well. I've been faking it this entire time. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, it's working out good enough for you so far.
I don't know.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I'm about to run into a wall of just like, why are you here? You aren't able to do any of the stuff you said you would, or you would be able to. I'm like, I thought I could. Yeah, it's tough.
Well, maybe I gotta learn how to do it.
Yeah, no, but also learning is just so much work.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like,
It sucks.
learning something you want to learn is like great. It's like you can like devour it, but like, there's nothing worse than like learning something that you really don't want to. Like, a terrible GE or like reading a book that like and like looking at like the curtains are blue because they emphasize blue, you know,
Right.
shit like
Yeah.
that. Like,
No, I sort of just had that experience with my dad bought me a car when I
Yeah.
graduated, which was like awesome. Like, thank you for buying me a car.
Yeah.
But it was like I like got home, Abigail picked me up from Columbus, we went to the Brook, and then we went to my dad's, and he was like, "We're going to pick up your car." I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "It's a stick shift." I'm
Damn.
like, "Okay." I don't drive stick.
yeah, not a lot of people do anymore.
No, not a lot of people do. And I was like, it was so, like, frustrating, but also so hard to be frustrated.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm very grateful to have a car, but I'm also so, like, frustrated and angry that I, like,
Have to
and
learn
this
it.
was, like, right before it was, like, a Wednesday that we went and picked up the car, so we, like, didn't get home until, like, late Wednesday,
Mhm.
and, like, Thursday was, like, dead. And that Sunday I had to drive to Lancaster.
Yeah, so you had like 3 days.
I had like 3 days to learn how to drive stick.
for a long road
To
trip.
drive 5
Yeah.
hours across the state.
Damn.
And I was like upset that I was like, oh yeah, like you'll figure it out. Just go take it out and figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like that's not helpful for me.
Yeah.
And so it was like a really hard I like didn't want to go out and drive. I didn't want like Thursday he was like, you want to go out in the car? I'm like, no, like I don't, like I'm scared.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, eventually, I just like it was a nightmare getting across the state.
Yeah.
Not fun. I stalled so much.
I
It
can
was
imagine.
like and then eventually my sister's boyfriend, he drives a stick, so he taught me. But like,
Yeah.
it was like I really didn't want to, but I had to.
Yeah.
And I did, and
Yeah.
I drove it here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay now.
You how you liking stick now that you know it?
It's kind of fun. I'm still not great.
Yeah.
I bump around a little bit,
I gotcha.
but it's cool.
Yeah.
You drive stick?
I never have. Although I do know that it's better for gas. So.
Yeah, my car is super fuel efficient. I get like 35.
I need. I don't know. I'm the only.
35 average, like 41 highway.
Holy shit.
It's a 2015 Honda Fit.
Mm.
It's a minivan. You know, like the Honda Odysseys?
Yeah.
Like that, but smaller.
Damn. It's a good car though.
It holds 10 gallons of gas.
41 miles per gallon on 10 gallons.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So I can go like, I can go like 330, 340, something like that.
I don't know. I'm really grateful that I'm the only person here without a car because like I've been bumming cars or like bumming rides for like the last 2 years, but like right now I'm just like I don't want to drive anywhere. My favorite game is what does Lane the shell on Lane say for gas today?
Yeah, that sucks. Though. I have no money
Yeah.
and I have to pay for gas. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, in this economy.
Yeah,
As the,
that's a bummer.
as the folks say.
But yeah, I didn't have a car all through college.
Yeah.
So like I had a car in high school, then my dad traded in when I went to college. So it was just like borrow a car when you're home, figure it out.
Yeah.
Let somebody drive you around. It's just like fine.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I didn't buy the car that got traded in, so I can't like. I'm always not gonna be upset about that, but like now I'm like, kind of need a car.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm privileged enough and fortunate enough that I don't have to cough up the money to do it because I don't have the money to buy a car.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It was not fun to drive it, but it's kind of fun now.
Yeah. It's like it's a little game.
So, like,
you know?
yeah,
like,
you're like
yeah.
ripping around corners and downshifting,
Yeah.
rev matching. It's cool.
Yeah, I wish I knew what any of those words meant.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's it's always something I wanted to learn, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to be forced to learn it in
Yeah.
a small window of time.
More learn in your own time rather than
Yeah.
just forced to.
Or like take it out like for fun.
Yeah.
To learn, not like
Yeah.
for real.
Well, the nice thing is, I know in Europe, no one drives automatic, so like,
Everyone drives a stick, yeah.
yeah. When we went to Italy, summer going into freshman year of college, me and my parents, they got a stick shift, and I was like, fuck. I was like looking forward to driving in Europe, but I was like, I have no idea how to drive this. I'm not trying in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were in France, that's everything was a stick.
Yeah.
Like my dad ran a car and like it was a stick. And he knows how to drive it. Not a great teacher.
Yeah.
But he knows how to drive it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, But yeah, it is. They really do. Everyone drives it there. Like I didn't see an automatic the whole time I was there.
Yeah, no, it's when in Europe, too, it was the Europeans or whatever.
Which
the
is
fuck.
yeah. I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. I think it was Vino. We went to 4th Street.
Mm.
For like drinks, and we were walking back, and I was talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, like everyone in Europe drives a stick. Like I wonder why. And I was like, I think it's because they're like Americans are so sedentary, and like our lifestyles like require us to eat while we drive,
Yeah.
text while we drive. That like we can't have two hands. We need a free hand, so that's why the stick shift died off.
Never
in the
thought
US.
about it like that.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. I figure more we're just lazy too, but like
Well,
that.
that also that's
yeah.
part of it.
Yeah. We need two hands. Like we need a free hand when
We need a
driving.
free hand to do other stuff.
That makes a lot of sense.
To drink our
Yeah.
big gulp.
Yeah. A big drink. Who was the last person you fell in love with?
Abigail, for sure. We've had like the road to our relationship is interesting because like we in high school we like talked because she went to a high school close to mine, like 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
Which is close for us.
Yeah.
It's like the next closest high school. And we like sort of had a little thing, but like I was scared. Didn't want to get into a relationship. I was like I didn't know what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
scared, and so like I broke it off. And like whenever I was home, like for like freshman year summer, we chatted up and go hang out and do whatever, and then like eventually over COVID, like we started talking a lot more, and like when I was going back to school, we were still like FaceTime and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it sort of evolved into that, but it was like it's kind of interesting, like how, like we've known each other for like 6 or 7 years, like it finally was the right time.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I feel like it's right place, right time, right person.
Yeah, that's really really right place, right time.
Yeah.
And right person, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like she's going to law school at Capitol.
Really.
Yeah. So she'll start in August, and we'll be living together, and so like it just worked out that, like she got a ton of money from Capitol. She's going for like almost free.
Let's go.
And like I'm in Columbus, so I got nowhere to be.
Mm-hmm.
I still got no job, but I had no job then also.
Yeah.
So it was like it made sense to get an apartment together.
I gotcha.
Like financially.
Yeah.
And also for our stage in the relationship, I think. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
that's awesome.
excited. I'm hyped for it's like starting real life.
Yeah. I'm happy
I'm
for
adult
you guys.
now.
You guys got a head start on everyone else. Like you're the only person I know that's like moving in with their girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't think it's too early either.
I don't think so either. It's just
Because like it's because we've been long distance. Like when we like didn't do like the dating.
yeah.
We didn't do it with like the dating phase.
Yeah.
Like when we hung out, we were together for 3 or 4 days straight. Like we basically were like just together.
Yeah.
And it worked. So I think we're gonna be fine.
I think you'll be fine too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let me know when you're all settled in the new crib. I want to come see this place.
For sure. Yeah, Grandview, the yard.
You're in the yard too.
Yeah.
Everyone's in the yard,
Uh-huh.
dude. I have like too many friends to like say right now because it's just like a whole fucking list of
Mhm.
people.
Yeah,
But-
we're in the Brooks building. It's right next to the clubhouse and the pool.
I went to the clubhouse and the pool like on Thursday for someone's birthday.
At the yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're like going out those doors,
Yeah.
the little park thing,
Yeah.
and the little U, so we're on the left side, 2 balconies in, 2nd floor.
Awesome.
That's our spot.
Everyone I know now is in different buildings. Like
Yeah.
I think it's like all 5 of the buildings, and now
There's
that
a
you're in
ton
this
of
one.
buildings,
Yeah,
yeah.
like no one. I don't know 2 people in the same building, which is wild considering how many people are like there.
Yeah,
but-
well, because like Dak and Bubba and Michael Fox
yeah.
are all living in the yard too.
They're living in the yard too.
They're in a triple in Dorchester, I think.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. It's gonna be cool. I'm
That'd be-
excited to like
Yeah.
both hang out with people I know there, and also like because the whole complex is like
Yeah.
recent college graduates, young,
Yeah. It's almost like a
20
dorm.
something's people. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a way cooler, nicer dorm.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to like meet people and like do the whole making friends with the neighbors situation.
Yeah.
Like freshman year, knocking on dorm doors.
Yeah. Hey, who are you?
What's
Be
up?
friends with me.
Want a beer?
Yeah. I'll say this: another thing I love about the yard is the opera house is right there.
Yeah.
Like-
It's part of the complex. Yeah.
Yeah. You can take
I've never
a walk.
been there.
Oh, it's great.
It was so good. It was good.
You know, didn't think German food would be really good, but like you get a lot of good food for like a pretty decent price. Plus, like they have like the steins of beer with like it's just this much. It's good beer too. So like I don't know. My one friend in the yard, we always go there whenever I'm there. So it's it's a good time.
I'm doing that for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not even nearly sick of it. Like even though like half the menu's pork, it's all the.
Oh yeah, you got to pick very carefully.
The non-pork half.
No schnitzels for you.
No, dude. Chicken schnitzel.
Oh, they make that?
No, they don't make it at Halper House. But I've had chicken schnitzel in, like Israel and like a bunch of other places. But like chicken schnitzel's a banger. I don't understand why it's all pork schnitzel, bro. Like
that's just what it is. Yeah. It's just...
And then also like all the wieners, like I'm a glizzy goblin, so like
I know,
yeah, there's like like all of them are like something and pork, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't want that.
I never even thought about that, like kosher. You can't.
Yeah, need that all beef hot dog. Yeah, it's tough times, but there's worse things in the world.
No, definitely yeah, but like I never thought like. When you did the hot dog eating contest, did you check to make sure that they were all beef?
Huh.
Yeah, like I would. That's interesting. Like I have no dietary restrictions, biologically or culturally.
Yeah.
So like that's not something I ever think about.
Yeah. This one's more just second nature. I feel like.
Yeah. No, I think at some point you're like, nope. You just like, think about it.
Yeah.
Or you don't think to think about it.
I feel like if you're just done something your entire life, it's easy. Like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going from non-kosher to kosher.
Right.
Because it's just like you have to like remove all this shit. Whereas like now it's just like never had it. Don't need to like worry about it.
Yeah. So my sister's vegetarian. Like has been since birth basically.
Yeah.
Like she always refused to eat meat.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy. Like now she like has a little bit of like chicken broth and like a soup. Like she'll be sick for days.
Damn.
Because like her body has like rejected any like meat based.
Shit.
Like, really interesting.
It's wild. It's just the next evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
de-evolution. Yeah.
She's a grazer.
What were you doing when you found about COVID like hitting America?
I remember the last thing that I remember doing before going home for spring break, because that's when COVID, like we never went back.
Yeah.
Was that Blacklight sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
It was right before spring break, and my friend Jack came, and his mom was like, oh, don't get COVID. Like as a joke.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's probably COVID at that party.
Yeah.
Someone probably had COVID there.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember I went home for spring break, and then we got it extended a week. And one of my friends, Max, he goes to Virginia Tech, a bunch of his buddies, they came through Titusville, and then they were going up to Toronto. And they were like, you have an extra week of spring break, like, come with us. Like, we found, I'm like, I don't have the money. I had, like, enough money to, like, pay for my dues for this semester.
Yeah.
And, like, basically that was it.
Yeah.
And it worked out that I didn't have to pay my dues, but I didn't know that, of course. I'm like, I can't go. And, like, they had to cut their trip, like, 2 days short.
Yeah.
Because the borders were about to close.
Damn.
Like, they had, like, race to the border to get back into the U.S.
Dude.
Before they got locked in Canada.
That sounds terrible.
It was crazy. Like, they were, like, it was... So, like, those are, like, two of my, like, biggest, like, the... Like, oh, shit, like, this is real. Like, it was, like, the haha funny, don't get COVID, and then, like, the...
Yeah.
Holy shit, the borders are closed. Like,
yeah,
we're locked down.
Wasn't Bubba in, like, Germany or something like that? Or, like, Europe somewhere?
Maybe. I remember, because in the ATO group chat, I think it was... Like, Liam was in Spain.
Yeah.
And they had to, like, race to the airport to get back.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone was, like... Yeah, like, anyone who's not, tell them, like, that to get home quick.
Yeah.
But that COVID summer was interesting for me.
Yeah.
Because I just, like, stayed home. I took a full semester's worth of online classes.
Oh, yeah.
Like 15 credits. And built a desk for myself.
Hell, that. Underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, building your own desk.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Actually, it was not very nice, but it was fine.
Yeah.
It worked. I built it at a little slope.
Yeah, so you can, like,
Which is
get
cool.
the good view.
Yeah, have good posture.
Yeah.
And then my dad and I dug a French drain in our backyard.
Damn.
You're familiar with the French drain?
I have not. Yeah.
So, you know, like in like a field or something where there's like standing water?
Yeah.
Like if it rains, there's just like a puddle there.
Yeah.
So we had that in our backyard, and it was like getting like closer to the house. It was getting bigger. It was like gonna be bad. So we're like, okay, we have to like dig a drain basically. So you dig down like 2 feet.
Yeah.
And like lay like sand and rocks, and then lay a pipe with like holes on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And then like fill it with dirt, and then you have to do a negative grade, like down, like across our whole yard.
Okay.
And we live on a hill.
Yeah.
So it's like this, and then it goes down the hill.
Yeah.
So we had to like dig like all the way across, like just barely negative grade.
Yeah.
So that when like the water lands, it seeps down and then gets sucked into the
pipes.
pipes
Yeah.
and then gets run down out.
Interesting.
And it was a bitch of a chore to do. It was not fun.
That's really cool.
Because we
that you
did it by
yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool that you did that. You know?
Yeah. No, it's cool that like we did it and
Yeah.
it works. Like
Yeah.
it still works.
Yeah.
It still drains the water, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But that was like our big project.
Yeah.
I did a lot of cooking too, which is always good.
Hell yeah, dude. You gotta, like, I feel like cooking for yourself is like, not say slept on, but I feel like there's like such a view of like, you know, cooking for like yourself and others, but like cooking just a nice meal for yourself.
Yeah, just for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, I'm excited also to cook for two, because like buying groceries for one person is so hard.
It's annoying.
But
Yeah.
buying groceries for like 2 people is gonna be so nice.
I feel like most groceries are made for either two or family.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Totally. Like, yeah, like people don't make like, you don't make like singles. If you want single servings, you buy frozen food.
Yeah, but like.
But I don't want to eat frozen food.
Yeah,
I
I'm trying
do.
to get that
I do, but I shouldn't eat frozen food.
Yeah.
I still like it.
Yeah.
Um,
Or what you do is you just make, you have the family size for all for yourself.
And you just either eat it like fat ass or save it. Yeah.
No, I mean
Those are good.
I got the like family frozen ravioli. It's just like one big bag. You just throw it on the boiler. You get a bunch of ravioli for yourself now. I'm like, I probably should not be eating this entire thing, but I'm gonna do it.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's alright. I got time to figure, fix it and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this last week, or last 2 weeks, I built a coffee table for our apartment.
Really?
And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. It has. Have you seen the tables that have like the risers up and like the
Yeah.
one we have in our living room?
Yeah.
I built that.
That's awesome.
On our table. It's like all the old reclaimed barn wood that we have. That we used to have a barn in our backyard, and then it got struck by lightning and caught on fire.
Damn.
So we had to tear it down. But we have all these like old, like hand cut boards.
Yeah.
And they're like sweet. They're super warped and not nice at all. So it was a lot of work to plane them down so that they're level.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it like turned out really cool. I'll show you a picture. I can show the camera a picture also.
Yeah. Sounds like you're a big project guy.
I do like a good project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like open.
Oh damn, dude, that's sick.
And I built a little secret compartment, so when you lift it open.
Yeah.
But it turned out okay. I'm not 100% pleased with some of how the joining came together and some of that stuff, but.
Well, that's better than anything I could do. Like, I don't know.
Table.
Table.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roommate built us a dye table, and then his sister painted it. It was like all calf shit, and it was like sick. But then like, I guess they forgot to like put in like enough protection on the top,
Seal
and
it,
it warped
yeah.
the fuck out of it.
That's what. Yeah, I still have to seal it. I brought sealant and sandpaper with me,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna seal it maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a builder. I'm a big boot boy. So
Yeah, I get that. You
I
can program the CAD to have the 3D printer do it.
yeah. Except I don't know how to do that anymore. I could do that at one point,
Yeah.
but not anymore. But I've always admired people that like can build shit with their hands, because it's like you can think it and you can make it. That's like
Yeah, it was
awesome.
it was a really fun like just little passion project, because like they're like $100 on Amazon.
Yeah,
like, I
that's
could have bought one, but like I want to build it.
Yeah.
Like I can build it. I know I can build it.
it's yours
Like,
now.
Let me build it.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, build it.
Yeah.
And it like took like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And if I did it again, I would do it differently. But it did it.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah. Plus, like now, whenever you use it, you can be like, damn.
Yeah. I built this too.
Yeah.
I did this myself.
Yeah. Nothing. Or I don't understand why like some people think like taking pride in your own work is like not good. Like, if you did something, like show it the fuck off. Take pride in that shit. You did that shit. You worked for that
that's
shit.
True. Yeah. When I put the legs together initially, because the legs on the top are disconnected because I have to do the riser, they have to be.
Yeah.
When I put the legs together initially, like it was so like nothing fit, and I just like almost destroyed it. I was so angry.
Damn.
But then I fixed it,
There you go.
and now it's good.
Yeah.
But it was like I was at my breaking point because it was just so much like, because it was so hot. It's just like, we call it the pole barn. It's like off the side of our house, like a little shop. Like we park the tractor there, and like there's like a little shop, like a couple saws and whatever, table saw, chop saw.
Yeah.
Planer. So like everything that I needed. And it's like a tin, like garage basically, and it was like 90 degrees, and I was just like sweating. Like I was using my like safety goggles to cut stuff, and like they're pooling up with sweat.
Damn. That's some hazardous working conditions.
Yeah,
right there.
probably not great.
Yeah.
It's also like really bad sawdust and dirty and
Yeah.
but it's gritty.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun.
Yeah. The grind, you know, the process.
Yeah, the grind is what I think it's what I needed.
Yeah.
To like have a thing to do.
Yeah.
Like my project should be like applying for jobs.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Can't do that 24/7.
no.
You need something to take your mind off it.
Yeah, go out there and makes you feel better.
So how do you view your religion?
I don't want to say anti-religion
Mhm.
because I think religion has its utility.
Yeah.
But it's not for me. It's not my thing. I went to Catholic school until 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So not really. Then it closed.
Yeah.
The closest one was like 45 minutes away, and it was just not worth going to. But I'd say specifically the Catholic Church I think is bad.
Yeah.
And not a lot of good has come from it. I'm less informed about other religions, and I think it's cool, and it's cool to have a unifying group, and like, I think believing in something usually makes you a better person.
Mm-hmm.
But I just very much dislike when people will hide behind that to be a bad person.
Yeah.
And I see more of that with Catholics as like you're gonna go to hell, or like, so I'm gonna be not gonna be nice to you, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's I just sort of am away from it all. I think I'm in a place where I don't necessarily feel like I need religion to enforce my behavior.
Yeah.
But I don't have an issue with it if it's done, I don't want to say tastefully, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like religion is sometimes used as a shield for people's
absolutely.
actions, which is wild because I feel like one of the most popular quotes in the Bible or whatever the fuck is like, love thy neighbor. Like, it's like, it's almost like cherry picking all the stuff to like fit, like,
well, yeah, that's exactly
fit your
what it
worldview
is.
instead of like, you know, you follow what the actual thing says.
Mhm.
But
yeah, you're like, you care so much about what the Bible says, but you're not actually reading what the Bible says.
yeah,
And you're taking out little pieces of it that make you feel better, but not the stuff that makes you feel worse.
yeah,
And I think that's the stuff that judges you, that's the stuff that is more important, because that means you need to change.
yeah.
So that's like,
I wonder, so, you know, like, back in the 1600s or whatever the fuck, like, the puritanical view of, like, you know, do anything wrong, you're going to hell.
mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's mellowed a little bit. I wonder if it's ever gonna, like, mellow even more. Like, you know, if Catholicism's ever gonna, like, you know, progress to, like, be a little more chill, like, more accepting of whether it be LGBTQ or other diversity, you know, or if it's just gonna kind of, like, we reached our, like, evolution in it, and it's just, this is how it is now.
All that we can hope, all I can hope, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but
Yeah.
that is that all of the Bible thumpers die off. They just get old and die.
Yeah.
Like the entire Supreme Court.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And that the next generation can have self-informed views about what they want to believe. Because that's the thing, like, you get stuck in the loop of, generational loop of, you get forced to go to church and you get indoctrinated, and that's how you grow up believing things and seeing things, and, like, same with politics. It's like,
Yeah.
you believe what your parents believe.
Yeah.
And I think that can be very harmful for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But at this rate, I don't see the Catholic Church evolving to being more welcoming. Seems like it's going the opposite direction at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Clarence Thompson's going at same-sex marriage, same-sex relationships, contraceptives.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, shout out Roe.
Yeah, shout out Roe. If you're watching in the future.
It's crazy that like Roe from Roe v. Wade is like now anti-abortion too.
The guy?
The girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what the case.
Yeah, no, like
I guess yeah, it would make sense.
the original like Roe v. Wade. Like
So
her
both,
name,
so both Roe and Wade are, Roe was wanted an abortion.
Yeah.
But now it's anti-abortion.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, her name's not Roe, but like it's like Jane Doe, Jane Roe kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's a whole rabbit hole, but it's been a fun week to.
It's been an interesting week. Yeah.
Yeah, especially on social media, I feel like everyone's just like come out of the woodworks to say what they think,
Mm-hmm.
and
I find it so hard to believe that people are, like, rejoicing Roe getting overturned.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around that. Like that you like think it's good for people to have less freedoms.
yeah, my one roommate is going to law school, so like he has a very different view, or wants to be president one day, and I think he will. His portrait's actually over there. They're for other houses. They're not just chilling there or whatever. But he's kind of informed me of like some or give me his view more on the judicial sense of it more than anything. But at the same time, like you got to think that like overturning something or like overturning a court ruling that like granted rights rather than restricting them is just like a terrible precedent.
Yeah, it's a really bad precedent. It's like the first time that's happened in American history.
Yeah.
It's just almost you've taken away a right.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you think that 50 years ago they were that wrong? That's just not.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to believe. And like, same with Abigail. Like she read the actual like, or she was in the process of reading the actual like the case brief.
Yeah.
So like explaining it to me and like the precedent of like right to privacy and like how that's like sort of under fire.
Yeah.
From this, which is scary.
Yeah.
And makes me definitely not want to live in Ohio. Makes me not want to live in the United States.
Yeah. I'm lucky. I've been applying, or I'm in the process of finishing my Canadian citizenship because my dad was from Canada. I can just.
You should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes 2 years to process. My sister did it in May of 2020. She got it in like January of this year. So. Yeah.
So you'd just be a dual citizen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yeah. No.
That's a good idea.
I mean, it'd be great, but at the same time, I've been finding out more and more how expensive Canada is.
Yeah. You can move to rural Canada.
Yeah. Be my own farm boy out there.
You can. I'll be your green card wife.
Please.
I don't know.
Can we get married for tax purposes?
Yeah, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Well, it depends. Maybe not in a couple of years. We can't.
Not in America.
Not in America, yeah.
Yeah. What's your biggest regret?
So my biggest regret used to be it was Abigail in high school. That was like my biggest regret. Was like I didn't chase that and I backed out when I did.
Yeah.
No, I just wish I mean it's always easy to say in hindsight, but like I wish I would have just taken so many things more seriously than I did.
Yeah.
Like in high school, like I was on the soccer team and I was pretty good, but like I never took it seriously enough to like really get in like great shape and like do all that. Like I never did that, and like I sort of always half-assed like a lot of my classes, and like so it's just like I regret not putting in more effort, and like I would have liked to see where I ended up if I had given 100% to all of those things.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like I've half done a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, even if you didn't put in all, like, 100% effort, you're putting effort somewhere else,
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, like, and, like, a lot of my, like, I never really thought about what I was going to do after college, what my life would be like, and now I, like, come out with an anthropology degree.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. Nobody's going to hire me for that. And I, like, have a Spanish minor. Like, do I speak Spanish? Kinda. I get by. But, like, don't hire me to be a translator, because I can't do that yet.
Yeah.
And every day I lose more of it.
Damn.
Like, I have an ecology minor. Evolution ecology. Cool. I don't have a BS.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of those things, it's like, I half did it, and it's not helping me. So I sort of regret not the path that I've taken, because I think I needed to do what I needed to do to get where I am now.
Yeah.
I'm not upset about where I am now, but I think there were things that I could have done differently that would have put me in a better place.
Yeah. What are you most worried about?
Right now, I'm worried about finding a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible fucking thing.
Yeah, and like really thought that something would. I'm an optimist to a fault.
Yeah.
That's like one of my biggest faults probably is that I'm too optimistic. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it'll work out. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. And it's like I'm moving next week. I still don't have a job.
Yeah.
Like my dad's helping me with rent for like the rest of summer, but like then. And like I still need to pay for my groceries. I have everything for the apartment. Like anything.
Yeah.
It's telling me I have no money. Like so, it's like I can feel the walls sort of closing in. And still optimistic. I don't know it'll work out.
Yeah.
It always does.
Yeah.
But it's becoming harder to be positive.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, shoot my application anywhere.
Yeah.
And hoping that someone will give me money. And the worst comes to worst, I'll go bartend for a month or two until I
Yeah.
find a job. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Plus, if you did bartend, you could also just schmooze me like, hey, you know, like, you like this old fashioned? I'm an old fashioned worker, very hard. Here's my business card. Every single patron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just literally falling straight into the stereotype of, oh yeah, a liberal arts degree. How's that bartending job working out for you? Yeah,
Like
that's me.
my sister was an environmental science major here, and then graduated, got a job with AmeriCorps in Colorado or
Cool.
Connecticut. But so they subsidized her housing, like they were paying for it and all that shit. But like, she was making so little money that she like applied to food stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, she was like, in March of 2020, her college roommate reached out to her, like they were still friends, but like, hey, you should come live with me in New York. You know, you're not like in Connecticut that much. It's like not that far. And she's like, if I did that, I'd have to like get a job during the week and weekends probably. You know, like between bartending and like all this shit. I mean, like, I'll think about it. And then while she's thinking about it, this crazy thing called COVID happened. So thank God, because that would have been terrible.
Yeah, you can't, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, she took a little bit to, like, you know, work, figure it out. Now she's at grad school in Georgia Tech doing, like, city and regional planning. So,
That's dope.
yeah, I think it's a journey, you know, like...
No, yeah, and I get that, and I know it is. It's just hard to see the finish line when I don't know where I want it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense.
Because I don't know where I want to end up. I don't have, like, a ideal. This is what I want my life to be like. This is what job I want to do. So it's hard to know how to plan to get there when I don't know where I want to go.
Yeah.
So I just feel like a chicken with its head cut off.
Yeah.
Which they do. They run around for a while.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've never seen it, though. Have you? Or...
Mm-mm. We've killed a couple chickens, but...
Yeah, not just running around?
No, you're just shooting. Yeah, I want to attack my dad one time.
Damn.
These were in muck boots.
Yeah?
You go and feed chickens, rooster. Well, we still had roosters. We don't have roosters after this, but
Yeah.
We just bought them as chicks, and we didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
And it like came behind me, was like protecting the herd, and took its back talon and like stabbed right in the top of the calf.
Jesus.
And so we like don't have guns at our house.
Yeah.
So we had to call. He called his one of his partners like at his office. It was like, "I want to come kill a chicken," and it was like they like got in the pen and cornered it. And I was like shooting at it, and it was like hearing the trigger click and like moving. So they had to like just put a 12 gauge up to it and just blow it away.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize... I didn't think chickens were, like, harmful. I thought they were just kind of like...
Roosters are mean. Yeah, they have their claws that can fuck you up for sure.
I thought they were just, like, cock-a-doodle-doo and that's it.
No, they protect their herd, their own.
Damn.
But now we just have found. We only have 3 chickens right now. We had 4, and then one died.
R.I.P.
Yeah, they die a lot.
Yeah, I don't know much about, like, what do you do with your chickens, actually? Like, what do you do with the animals?
We have a little, it's like a coop, basically. It's
Yeah.
just like a little box, it's a little room, there's a little door, little, like, doggy door.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, they have, like, roosts in there, like, the old ladders from our old swing set in our backyard, like,
Yeah.
then we cut that off and put it in there, and we got rid of the swing set, and, like, they have little roosts, and, they have a little fence in the back, and they just go out and they hang out and pick for bugs and whatever, and like, our compost is just chicken food, so any food that we don't eat, it goes in a bowl, and every day we throw it out into their coop.
Yeah.
And like they scratch through it and poop in it and eat it, and it's like all like hay. We like put hay in there, and so like this is great like fertilizer for our garden.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And I give it, and they lay eggs.
Yeah.
And the eggs are fire.
You
So-
get farm fresh eggs.
Literally like go pick them from the coop and then cook them.
So, with eggs, it's just like you don't have to, or if they're like laid recently enough, you don't have to worry if they're like like an actual chicken. I feel like I've learned enough how eggs work, but at the same time, I have no idea how eggs work.
So when a daddy chicken and a mommy chicken love each other very much,
Yeah.
they make a baby chicken through
Yeah.
an egg. But if there's no daddy chicken,
Yeah.
there's no baby chicken in the egg.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And it's
So
just,
we don't have a daddy chicken.
You might have a problem once all the mommy chickens start going into heat.
No, they'd still lay eggs.
Yeah.
It's just like chicken period, basically. Which makes eggs much less appetizing, but that's what they are.
If anything, it's more appetizing. Yeah.
But yeah, like, and you don't have to refrigerate eggs either. When they're farm fresh, like eggs we buy in the U.S. are refrigerated because they're like 6 months old.
Yeah.
But like in Europe, you don't refrigerate eggs.
Damn.
Yeah, they're just like sitting on the counter because they're like a week old.
It's awesome.
So
Yeah.
we do refrigerate eggs because it's just like what we're used to doing.
Yeah.
And like we can't keep up with the eggs because they lay like
Too many.
an egg a day.
Yeah.
Or for like 18 hours or something. So on a pretty regular schedule.
Yeah.
They're good eggs.
I can imagine. Is it like? Can you really taste the difference between like your eggs and like store-bought eggs?
Depends how you cook it and how you eat it. Like I think like a runny egg, you can totally taste the difference because it's just like better.
I
You
gotcha.
can like taste like the nutrients and whatever in it.
Oh yeah.
But like I just always cook egg all the way through like scrambled or whatever.
Yeah.
When I buy it.
What's the hardest thing that's happened to you this past year?
Let's see. So this last semester was awful. A lot of bad shit happened. So I was taking 19.5 hours, which was just like totally unsustainable, like impossible to do anything. I just like it was a nightmare to keep up. And then about halfway through the semester, my grandma died. She was 97 or 98.
Yeah.
Total G.
Yeah, I'm
We
sorry.
called her Gaga. She was my dad's mom. So she was my last living grandparent.
Yeah.
And like she was 98, like doing stairs, lived at home by herself.
Damn.
Like she was a G.
Yeah.
But she passed, and so like that was like I lost like 2 weeks probably from going to the funeral and hanging out with family and just like trying to like figure out myself. And so that was obviously not good for my academic schedule.
Yeah.
And I had to catch all that up. So it was just a shit show of a month probably. It was like a month before like finals probably that happened. So it was tough. And I'm not really a very emotional person. I don't think of myself as like I don't really like cry. I don't really like get emotional or talk about my feelings. I'm very much like, bottle it up and then once every 5 or 6 months, I just like let it all out.
Yeah.
Which is super unhealthy.
Yeah. I feel
but-
like I feel like guys are kind of like that.
Yeah, that's sort of how that's toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
You don't let your emotions show. So like,
Yeah.
it was like sort of that, all of that happening, and like I was just like crumbling under the pressure of everything.
Yeah.
Because like I knew that, like I had to pass all these classes to graduate, and if I didn't, like, I wasn't graduating.
Yeah.
And then all this stuff on top of it of losing my grandma, and then we're figuring out apartment stuff, and I still don't have a job, and I
Yeah.
still didn't have a car at that point, and I didn't know that my dad was getting me a car, so it was a lot of like real life shit happening in
Yeah.
a very short window of time that made it tough.
Yeah. Well, you got through it. And,
But we got through it,
Yeah.
and that's what matters, and I graduated, and we're good.
yeah. You're here now.
Everything's great, I just don't have a job.
Yeah. And look, I'm telling you, that'll be fixed.
Yeah,
ASAP.
we'll
No
figure
rocky.
it out.
Yeah.
Just need someone to want me.
I want you.
Excellent, man. Can you pay me to do stuff?
Will you send me a few pics?
Sure.
100 a day sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
I'm gonna need a lot of feet pics.
Alright.
Like a lot. I don't think you're gonna be able to like go out. I need like feet pics on the minute.
Okay. I'll just wear sandals. Maybe just slip them on.
Fuck, you beat my game. What's something that made you laugh really hard recently?
So I was at my friend Max's house in town. We were like hanging out at his pool,
Mm-hmm.
and his like mom and sister and like dad, like the whole family we were just hanging out, and one of their family friends came over, and they were like talking about a documentary that they were watching about Aretha Franklin on HBO. I don't know, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But she goes, yeah, it's what's her name, Urethra Franklin. And I'm like, no fucking way that you said Urethra Franklin. So that like I cried.
Yeah. Dude, that's.
Well, she like misspoke like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
And we were like, Urethra Franklin?
Yeah.
You said Urethra Franklin? So I would never think of Aretha Franklin
Dude,
any other way than Urethra Franklin.
I someone said to me Queef Latifah once and I can't go back.
Queef Latifah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny too.
Yeah, no, it's just slight mispronunciations.
Mm-hmm. No, that's the best one. It's totally unintentional. And
Yeah.
you're like, did you mean Urethra Franklin?
Yeah. Who's your hero?
I think my mom is probably my hero.
Mm-hmm.
In like the very real personal sense, but in like a professional sense, I don't really know that I have like a real like sort of role model.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I've always obviously like looked up to my mom. Like my parents got divorced, and my mom like was a stay-at-home mom. I had to like restart her life.
Yeah.
And like has sort of just like followed what her passion to do whatever she cared about. So she like worked for nonprofits, worked for the hospital, like did like all this stuff. And she's interviewing for a grant writer position at a dog trainer thing. It's in Long Island. They like train, it's like seeing eye dogs.
That's awesome.
And it's like this huge thing, and like it's this huge job, and like
Yeah.
so it's like really cool. Like she like refound her way again after, because she like went to, she got her master's in like audiology, and then like my dad just like quit it, and like they moved to Titusville, middle of fucking nowhere, so my dad could open a practice, and like then had to figure it all out again.
Yeah.
And that's really cool how like strong she's been. So yeah, she's definitely my I think if I could be like that would be cool. I'd be happy to live a life like that.
Yeah.
Or be as strong as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's.
Plus, you raised a wonderful son, so there's also that in there too, along with all that other stuff. Your mom sounds like a wonderful woman.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's a boss.
What's your favorite tradition?
I say probably the only thing that really jumps out to me is like at my dad's we do this thing. It's called a dog walk.
Mm-hmm.
We do it every night, and the dogs know it's coming. We just like we have like 16 acres, I think.
Yeah.
And like there's like a big loop like cut mowed around our property, like through like the woods basically.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like a field, and then when my dad bought his house and my mom, when they bought it like 25 years ago, they just stopped planting and let like the nature reclaim it, which is
cool.
dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool. We have like an orchard and stuff too, but so like it's like big loop like down the hill and like back up the hill.
Yeah.
Like around the house, and so like at like right either before dinner or after, depending on the light, but like right before sunset, the dogs will come and like get all excited, and like we don't say anything, they just know what time it is.
Yeah.
And so like, we go and like do a loop, and we have like the electric fence that cuts off halfway.
Yeah.
So we go and do it outside, loop outside, and they're like waiting for us at the electric fence, and like it's just a cool like sort of reset of like end of the day sort of, which is going to like everyone goes, and so it's like me and my dad and my stepmom, like whoever's there, like everyone goes. If you're at the house and it's time for a dog walk, you're going on the dog walk.
Yeah.
Like no matter who's there. So it's a cool, like, I guess it's a tradition. We've been doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But like we don't really have like sort of that tradition or like routine stuff other than that, I would say.
Yeah.
Really, as a family.
Yeah, that's fun though. It sounds like a good way to like clear your mind, you know, kind of bookend the day.
Yeah, no, it totally is, and like it's good. Like it's like a half mile loop, and we usually do like 2 loops. So like walk a mile, get a little exercise in.
Yeah.
Go check out the tree, the orchard. We got some pears coming. The blueberries are close. The cherries, I think, are pretty much ready, but they'll probably be gone before we can pick them.
Mm.
Damn birds.
Yeah.
I always get them.
We never get the cherries.
Not a farmer, but I cannot stand bunnies. They take all the good flowers. Like, I'm not a flower guy either. My mom has like a little like flower garden, and like, my sister also has like an actual garden, and or I should say had. We actually just was it like when you like, kind of like roll over the soil to like get all the roots out. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
With like mint and stuff, because it's like mint can grow.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with mint. You gotta put it in a bed.
Yeah.
Like a raised bed so that it doesn't break out and go everywhere.
Yeah, so we just demolished that. But like the bunnies, so for the flowers, like the bunnies would always like try to get the flowers, so we had to like put chain link on like these little like flower beds like right here. Like
Yeah,
it was
no, you literally have to put a fence
in our front yard. And then similar thing with most of the garden, like we just like had to put like, a fence.
You gotta prevent it, yeah.
Yeah, because like otherwise the bunny and one of these bunnies was like there was just like a hole that was like this big. I don't know how they squeezed through it, but they got under the fence, and then we're just little bandits. Fuck those things.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of bunnies. Our dogs kill and eat them.
Damn.
I watched one of my dogs swallow an entire bunny. Like she caught it and like I don't remember who it was, but someone was like, "Oh, like you can't have that. That's like you killed that.
God.
Like you can't eat that. That's not good for you."
My dad.
And so we like went to get it, and she swallowed the entire bunny. I also watched one of the other dogs. We found a nest of bunnies like on our property, and we found it because he went and like was carrying around a baby bunny in his mouth.
Yeah.
We were like give me that. Like you can't have that.
Yeah.
And then like he went back and got another one, and then he went back and got another one, and so we like tried to protect it, and then there's actually no evidence of a nest ever being there.
Damn.
Because they ate all the bunnies.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's,
they're hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have like no squirrels in our yard, no chipmunks. They bark at birds.
Yeah.
They land in the yard.
Yeah, we got like the greatest like protection force in the entire world.
No, they're super aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of dogs are they?
They're mutts. They're a Australian cattle dog and Burmese mountain dog, I think, mix.
Mm-hmm.
They're big ass dogs.
Oh yeah.
They're good though.
Yeah.
They're old. Like 10. It's sad.
Yeah. My dog when he was still around, he loved bunnies. He always chased them.
Mm-hmm.
He never got to one though.
Never
like
got any?
Well, that's a lot. There was one time there was an injured bunny,
Mm.
or we think it was an injured like baby bunny, and he like brought it in the house in his mouth, but like he wasn't eating. It was almost like he was like trying to like ask for help. He did similar thing with a baby or with a bird one time.
Mm.
But yeah, my mom and my sister were freaking out. They're like, "It's a bloody bunny," and I'm like, "It's kind of cute." I mean, like
They're cute. Baby bunnies are super cute.
yeah, I mean it's kind of sad that like it's probably gonna die.
No, for
but
sure.
like
Such is life.
Yeah.
We have mice in our when we went to France.
Yeah.
The mice moved in. We were on like 2 weeks and there's just mice all over our house now, which is crazy and awful.
yeah,
But since there's mice there, that means we also have snakes now in our yard. And the dogs don't like the snakes.
yeah,
But they can't get the bunnies, but they can get the snakes.
yeah. Damn. So
And
you
there's
guys
big
you have a
ass,
whole
like garter snakes, like corn snakes, which are like not poisonous,
yeah.
but still spooky.
You have a whole ecosystem in your backyard.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's wild.
It's sweet.
Yeah. That's why you got your ecology degree, just to study your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know how it all works.
Exactly.
I can map you the chains.
So the dog beats the bunny beats the mouse, I'm not gonna even try that joke. Actually, I'm just undo. Yeah. What's the best thing that's happened to you this past month?
I think like we officially having the apartment is like the most exciting thing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So like we were on the wait list for so long because so many people wanted to move to the yard. Obviously, considering all the people that have moved in there.
Yeah.
But like we like officially got it and like we signed the lease and we paid our deposit and like it's like we're like really doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty fun, pretty exciting. So new chapter.
Yeah. That next
Super
step.
sweet. Yeah. I mean, graduating was cool, but that was more than a month ago, I think.
Yeah.
And also I went to France, which was cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I very much enjoyed that. But the apartment was like that was more like, wow, like,
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
I'm like not in college anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have another semester, you know.
Dude, having to like say on the call like, "Hi, I'm Landon Master. I'm a recent graduate from Ohio State." That's
crazy.
That's like the. I started work 8 days after graduation, and like I had to call up my manager like a couple days before I started, and he was like, "So like, tell me about yourself." I'm Landon. Oh no, I have to like, I can't say senior anymore. I was just like low key, just like he was like talking to me. I was just like kind of just like, oh, like yeah, this is life now.
This is real life. Yeah.
Fuck.
This is what I do now.
Yeah, like I no going back. Even though I'm trying to go back, I was looking at like Notre Dame and Michigan tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Secondhand student tickets are gonna be so much cheaper than like firsthand non-student tickets.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will still, as long as I can, I have a hookup into a student
Yeah.
tickets. I will be
Yeah.
buying student tickets.
Yeah.
Because it's way more fun to be in the student section anyway.
Yeah. I know those 2 games I'm going to 100%, and then alumni I'll probably go to as well. But like outside of those 3, like I'm not sure how often I'll be at block or like things like that. Just because like
I don't think I'll be there particularly often either.
Yeah, just
I'll come for alumni block.
yeah. I was starting to feel too old last year already.
Yeah, me too. I definitely I had no interest in going to TGs.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to a TG since I think even like first semester of junior year. Honestly.
Yeah, they lost their appeal, and block is still fun, but like I don't really know the people.
Yeah.
And it's my fault also, but I knew I know none of the new guys.
I mean,
I know a couple.
yeah, it's a little on us to like know them, but at the same time, like I put my number out like for out of house for like, hey, text me and stuff, but I only gave 1 rundown.
I think I get like 3 or 4.
Yeah, like
And that PC was like, well, to be fair, they didn't have to get all the way to us,
yeah, but
but still, you know.
yeah, such is the life living out of the house. Yeah, well, at the very least, we still got our junior year, like those 2 PCs.
Yeah, that was always fun. Yeah.
Yeah, plus you're on exec, so they had to know you.
Yeah, I was on exec, alright.
Yeah.
I wish I'd be glad I'm not an exec. I'm very happy to be done with all this shit because it's gonna hit the fan. I know soon. And
Yeah.
I don't want to be around for it.
No, dude, I'm so glad we graduated too,
Mhm.
because like we don't have to worry about any of that shit. And yeah, shout out Dice because he's gonna do something stupid. He's already has, but like
Will Kelly will do something stupid.
I think Toner's good though. I'll say that.
Yeah, he's doing his best, but there's only so much you can do when everyone's actively plotting against you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough life in the chapter right now. Where do you see yourself going in the next 5 years?
So Abigail's in law school for the next 3,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, it's sort of the world's our oyster. In many ways, it'll be whatever bar she'll take the universal bar, but there's like a bar that like 25-30 states accept.
Mm-hmm.
So past that, and you can go wherever we want. I mean, if abortion's still illegal in Ohio, we won't be in Ohio. We'll go somewhere that is cool.
Yeah.
Because like eventually, start a family, want to sit down and somewhere that we have that option.
Yeah. Just guess.
Yeah. So, I don't know where I'll end up. I think if we want to spend a couple years before we do any of that shit, we'll probably get married maybe the next 5 years. Maybe not, I don't know. Depends what our lives are like. And try to travel and be young and have money.
Yeah.
And do that, which was cool.
Yeah.
And just like live life. So that's sort of my plan. I don't know where I'll end up. I think I gotta get a job, and then I gotta be good enough at that job so that I can do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that's what that's my job right now.
Yeah.
Just to do that. I shall get through law school, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's cool that like we're doing it together.
Yeah.
Because before that, like when I was like sort of thinking before we had gotten as serious as we were, and like we're for sure moving in together and doing this, I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to be.
Yeah.
There's too many options.
Yeah. That.
And now I still know where I am, and it's still too many options.
Yeah.
So it was just like way too much. So I'm very happy to have some blinders on.
Yeah. No, I feel like analysis paralysis is a real thing of way
Yeah.
too many options.
Mhm.
So I'm glad Glad you got that going. I think it's gonna be a good next 5 years for you.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Yeah, and it's like everyone like my dad's like, oh, like you can do anything you want. Like, do you see the issue there?
Yeah, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, anything is a lot of things.
Yeah.
Too many things. Yeah, way too many things.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what I've been grappling with, and what is the thing?
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
What's one thing you want to have done by the next time we film? I don't know when that'll be, but at least a year from now.
I sure hope I have a job. I would like to be in better shape. I put on a ton of weight over the last 2 semesters. The clubhouse has a gym.
Mm-hmm.
I live right next to the clubhouse. We also have a spin bike in our apartment as
Oh,
well. So,
actually?
Yeah.
That's sick.
So I have no excuse
Yeah.
to not be a skinny legend by the next time we talk.
No, you got it.
But I'll be happy. That's the most important thing, I think, is that I'm in a place in my life that I'm content.
Mm.
That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah.
So a lot of things need to happen for me to. I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But to be happy with my life.
Sustained happiness.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
So that's my goal. That's my year plan.
I like it.
So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. So that concludes the conversational part of this podcast. Now, just kind of wrapping up, I got some end questions for you. You know, not necessarily rapid fire, but like first thing that comes to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you need time to think about it, go for it. But try not to overthink, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this is a moment in the mind of James Richard Whalen. What's a song that's been stuck in your head recently?
The Doja Cat song that's for the Elvis, the dog.
I do not know that one. I can throw it up right here.
Yeah. They have the the hound dog. You know that he she mixes it in.
Yeah.
I need to go see that movie.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Did you see Top Gun?
No.
Holy shit!
I heard it's so good.
You need to go see it.
I heard you need
you
to
should go see it today
in theaters.
Yeah.
Because just the trailers don't do it justice of being in the cockpit kind of thing.
Yeah, if you can, go to Easton and sit in the recliners.
Mm.
Life changing.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
I've got some
Best movie I've seen in years.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I really got to see it. People have been telling me that for so long. And it's just like.
No, I only saw it last weekend.
Yeah.
Because I guess we can go see it.
Yeah.
But so good.
What's one of your favorite quotes or lyrics?
My favorite quote, I think, in general, is definitely "It is what it is."
Hmm.
That's I think that sort of encapsulates a lot of my perspective on life. It's just it is what it is. C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Such is life. Not everything's gonna go perfect, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We move on. Try not to get down on yourself about it. So that's sort of how. That's my whole.
Mindset?
My whole feng shui. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I keep afloat.
Yeah. I love it.
When things don't go how they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Or how they could.
What's the best show or movie you've seen in the past month?
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick. Go see it.
Yeah. What's the best thing you've binged recently?
Started Kenobi,
Hmm?
but I haven't got all the way through yet. I don't think it's that done yet. I don't know. But I'm
I think it just finished this week.
on episode 2. I'm halfway through episode 3, I think. I've been enjoying that. I just haven't had time. Also started to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hmm?
Just for fun. I watched it on the plane to and from France, which has been interesting. Kind of a fun little brainless show.
Yeah.
Or it's just every episode they bad thing happens, they fix it.
Yeah.
And they move on. Although we're gonna watch Game of Thrones. Never seen it.
Never seen it either.
Ariana and I are gonna watch that together. So I'm excited for that too. Lots of movie watching to come. There's always movies that we've been meaning to watch together that I want to show her, that she wants to show me, whatever. But
yeah.
And then now we're just now we can just watch it.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool.
It'll be fun. What's the best book you read recently?
I haven't finished a book in a long time, but I'm currently reading *Sapiens*, which is a book sort of about human evolution and the humanity's place in the world, and that's sort of how humanity evolved to be how it is,
Mm-hmm.
which is sort of stuff I know already, but it's cool to sort of read it. And there's a couple books within that, and I have several other books that I'm oh, this will be cool. I can't bring myself to buy a fiction book.
Yeah.
I just like don't know why. I haven't read a fiction book since I was like a kid.
Yeah.
So it's all just like literally like I bought a book about like about work and like working and like how like that evolved socially as a construction.
Yeah, that's interesting actually.
And I always think it'd be cool to read, but like
Yeah.
that's gonna be like a job to read it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna like be dense. I think and there's another book about. It's called The Goodness Paradox. I actually lent it to my dad because he forgot to bring a book with him when we were in France, and it's about like the like why humans are good.
Yeah.
And like fortuitous.
Yeah.
Like where does that come from? It doesn't. It's not beneficial from an evolutionary perspective to be helpful.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't
Yeah.
help you reproduce.
Yeah.
If you're nice to somebody.
I think you're almost screwing yourself over a lot of the time.
Exactly. And you're like people take advantage of you. So I'm really excited to read that. He said it's really good. So those are the books I got on the slate.
Like, what's your most recent job?
North Star Cafe, bartender extraordinaire,
Mm.
service team member.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully won't be back there, but if in a year I'm working there, say love you.
Say lovey. Do you want kids, and if so, how many?
Yeah, depending on the climate of the world. In 10 years, 8 years,
Mhm.
whenever it becomes that time, or I'm in a place in my life where it would happen, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like it'll depend a lot where I'm living, what a lot of things. I don't want to bring a kid into a world that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But ideally, 2 kids, boy and a girl. I don't really care which one's older.
Yeah.
Like my sister's older than me, so I sort of lean towards that. But then there's sort of like the protector older brother idea. So I mean, obviously I can't control it.
Yeah.
But I think 1, 2, boy and a girl
I like it.
is the blueprint.
Gotcha. What's your favorite spot to eat nearby, whether it be sit down or fast food?
I mean, North Star's fire.
Hmm.
Have you ever eaten there?
I have, yeah. It is really good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's expensive though. I can't afford it.
Oh, that's why my parents take me there
Yeah,
twice in my life.
Exactly. Yeah. Whenever they're in town.
Yeah.
North Star. Love North Star. Cecilia's Pizza. Can't go wrong on a Thursday night.
Really can't.
Chick-fil-A. I try to avoid it, but it's good.
It is.
And it's very convenient.
Yeah, it is. It has no right to be as good as it is.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It should taste bad. The homophobia should make it taste bad, but it makes it taste good.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't get it. I'm gonna go there after this.
Yeah. No, I tried their grilled stuff recently. Surprisingly, really
Have you
good.
had their Cobb salad?
If not, no.
Abigail loves it. She
Really?
waxes lyrical. It's so good. Grilled chicken. She gets it.
I'm gonna try the Cobb salad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get it.
No, like their grilled sandwich, I was like between the grilled nuggets and grilled sandwich were like surprisingly good. Like I said, like no right to be that good.
Yeah, I can't think that a grilled chicken sandwich would be that good.
Surprisingly good. Like I mean, to be fair, I also put Chick-fil-A sauce on it because you gotta. But
Yeah, I just found out I have high cholesterol.
Oh,
That's
really?
another thing in a year. I want to have lower cholesterol.
yeah,
Yeah, it's I mean, lifestyle some, but all mostly genetic. I have it coming from both sides. But I had a heart attack like 10 years ago.
really.
Yeah.
Shit.
7 years ago. Yeah, I was there. It's pretty traumatic.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He's fine. He has a stent.
Yeah.
My cousins call him Uncle Stent, which is funny. But yeah, my mom's side is really bad. High cholesterol too.
Yeah.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah. I'm deathly afraid of ever doing a 23andMe because it's like, oh, you get to like know all your like family like problems.
Yeah, I know I have heart disease, high cholesterol, some cancer, maybe mom had cancer, alcoholism, mental health, really bad mental health. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. You can beat the.
I could beat the case.
Yeah. You know, do the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's something you think is underrated?
I think walks are criminally underrated.
Hmm.
Just going for a walk. I'm sort of in my walk era right now. Just going for a walk.
It's a great era. It's also a
That's
great
like-
answer.
Yeah. I think walks, yeah, like just going for a walk, like walks, not listening to music.
Yeah.
A no headphone walk.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Just taking it all in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's like, because I have like big over the ear noise canceling headphones and like I had AirPods and I lost them. And like Abigail gave me her backup pair of AirPods.
Yeah.
Just like had an extra pair lying around. and like I wore them here and they were like worked okay, but like I sort of just taking it in.
Yeah.
And just like being, and it's maybe because now that I don't have to walk, that I enjoy walking.
Yeah.
But just like I think a walk is super underrated.
Great answer.
Thank you.
What's your biggest hot take?
Healthcare should be free. It's a hot take, and I totally believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Or people should drink tea. That's another underrated thing. Herbal tea.
Herbal tea?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like some orange tea? Never been a herb tea guy.
Also chai.
Chai?
I'm a huge chai guy.
Yeah, it's just
Chai tea is great.
Yeah.
Also underrated.
Yeah.
Sometimes better than coffee. There's a hot take.
tea's
Chai
better than
latte. A chai latte is better than a coffee latte.
As someone that doesn't drink coffee and I don't think I've ever had chai, I have no way to weigh in on this, but I'll take your word for it.
I think it's a pretty hot take.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. That's crazy. You don't drink coffee. You should do that.
The two addictions I want to beat in life are nicotine and caffeine.
I beat my nicotine addiction. Quit like a month and a half ago.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Proud of you. What's your favorite quality about yourself?
I think I'm very personable.
Mhm.
I think that I can find myself in a room and make a friend. And I think a lot of people can do that, but I think
Yeah.
it's definitely something that I feel okay about going into any situations. Like, I can like find somebody to relate to, and that can like help me, and I can help them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I never feel like I'm totally just like ostracized.
Yeah.
Like if I go into a room and I don't know anybody, I can be a friend.
Yeah. I like it.
That's like one of the
I like it. What's your favorite outfit?
These are probably my favorite shorts. They're really nice. They have like a double layer. They're cool. They're bird bow.
Ooh.
So they're like outdoor shorts.
Yeah.
I got them when I was in Bemis Point at my mom's. There's like a little cool little boutique in there. But they have the back pocket has a double. There's like an open back pocket and there's a zippered back pocket.
Damn.
So I can like put my wallet in there and so
Yeah.
I can steal it. But they're good shorts and they have a double top button. So
That's
like
sick, yeah.
it's like a zipper and then two buttons. And right
Yeah.
now I'm too fat to do both the buttons, but I can just still do the top button.
Yeah.
And you can't. Nobody knows.
Yeah. No, I have shorts that are the exact same way.
Uh-huh.
They're
Yeah.
the best.
They're nice. They're like nice and like breathable and like stretchy.
Yeah, they look comfy too.
Yeah, good shorts.
Yeah.
I've been wearing a lot of Carhartt shorts recently. I like how they fit me. I feel like they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm like super fat right now.
I wouldn't say that.
Compared to what I've ballooned in the last 6 months. I feel like I'm super fat, so these I feel good about. Good in because they're big and baggy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of them, and they're also cheap. They're like $12.
Yeah.
And they're cool. You know.
Yeah.
They're becoming less cool.
I feel like they're still pretty cool.
They're still pretty cool. Yeah.
You know, like the brand definitely has not. There is like still, I'd say a big name. It hasn't
Mhm.
gotten through a nosedive yet.
Well, they sort of went up more almost when they required their employees to get vaccinated.
Really,
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Because like everyone like threw out, cut off the labels and shit.
Damn.
So like if you're still wearing Carhartt, they're not like a cool brand like Yeti. Same idea.
Yeah.
Like Yeti like disassociated from the NRA.
Huh.
And everyone's like, fuck you Yeti. And so like now if you have Yeti then you're like
Pro, like or anti-NRA.
sort of
Yeah.
Sort of that aesthetic.
I like that.
And I don't think it's universally like that and people probably forgot already and are buying Carhartt and shit, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that's sort of why. And I feel a little country when I wear it.
I gotcha.
I wore like jorts and a Carhartt shirt out yesterday.
Mm. That's my dream outfit.
It was
to see
pretty
when-
good. It was good. Yeah, it was a good fit. I almost wore them today again, but
Yeah. No, I would have been great for the pod. Yeah. What's your biggest hobby?
I guess drinking. Is that really a hobby? Like socializing?
Yeah.
Watching. I don't know. I don't even really watch YouTube anymore. I used to a lot. I sort of lost my ability to have hobbies. I feel like recently, so I need to like find a new hobby, something to do. I really enjoy making like drinks.
Yeah.
Doing the bartender thing. It's really fun. Like we're gonna have a bar cart in our apartment.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have all the tools and shit, so it should be cool. But yeah, I don't really have like a hobby. Like woodworking, you could say, is a hobby, but like I can't do that in my apartment.
Mhm.
I enjoy doing it. I don't do it all the time. I don't have like one thing that I do all the time.
Yeah.
Which once again, jack of all trades, master of none. I don't have a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Makes you feel any better. I think this is my thing, but if this isn't my thing, I don't really have a thing either.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to not have a thing.
Yeah. You don't need a thing, you know, you can focus on you.
Yeah, your thing can be not having a thing also.
Yeah.
You just do whatever you want.
Yeah. You're too cool to have a thing, that's your whole thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're stuck on a deserted island, you can only bring one thing. You can't bring a boat, if you bring any electronics, they don't have signal. Anything else goes. What are you bringing?
How deserted of an island are we talking? Like,
No one's gonna find you.
no one will ever find me?
I don't know, ever, actually. I don't know, no one's ever asked me that before. Never thought about that part. However deserted you want it to be.
Okay, I think I could survive on a desert island. Is it like a big island, like tropical island?
Yeah.
There's like trees and like fresh water source.
Sure.
So am I like wearing regular clothes?
Sure.
Like whatever I got shipwrecked in?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a fire starter? Is it a knife with a flint? I think I'll bring in a knife and with a little
Flint.
Not flint. It's a like magnesium core, and you can make a little fire.
Damn.
That's my go-to.
That is so much more tactical than most people. Most people are saying like their friends or their girlfriends, something like that.
Oh, I didn't think about a person. I don't think of women as objects. So when you say thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing for me is like, for me, it's like if you're bringing someone, it's like it's almost like you're taking them from wherever they are to the deserted island.
Yeah, to death. Yeah. So I think I'd probably not bring a person. Even if I knew that was an option. Yeah.
Like sure, you might go a little less insane, but at the end of the day, you're killing two people now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're either getting eaten or you're eating them.
Yeah.
Which I'd like to avoid if I'm bringing someone that I like.
I'm kind of into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little carnal.
Just take a little nibble on me, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. Who are your best friends?
My best friends. So I sort of feel like I had this talk with my dad the other day. Like that, I feel like I don't have like a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have like one person that's like, oh, this person.
Yeah.
Is my best friend. So I'd say like, Abigail. She's also my girlfriend. So it's like.
Cheating answer.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that. I would say probably Dakota and Evan. I've had the longest bond with it in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of my house, I'm like really close with.
Yeah.
And then probably my friend Max from home is like he's the only guy who I really keep in contact with. So I'm sort of excited to have like make new friends.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, because like I never really delved out of roommates and fraternity friends.
Yeah.
And I got started at like everyone else is like made, oh, these are my friends from high school or from blah blah blah, from this class, from whatever, from this club, and like my roommate friends and my fraternity friends are the same friends.
Yeah.
There's Dakota and Evan. They're my roommates, and then they all joined too. So like I don't have like a external friend that I can be like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with this person. Because I like never really, because it's the same people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I struggle with that too. I feel like I kind of became friends with all my friends' friends, and like then they're like, oh, I'm going to hang out with these people. I'm like, shit. I don't like the people I hang out with are just like your friends, you know, like.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like real life, I'm not sure how you make friends in real life, but I feel like people do it, right? I mean,
yeah, you have to. There's some way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like I don't know if it'll be at whatever work I'm doing.
Yeah.
Or like my neighbors.
Yeah.
Maybe my neighbors. They could be cool.
It would be cool.
Or it could be like my friends' neighbors.
Or
my neighbors' friends.
That's literally just dorm shit, you know. Just like go next door, like, hey, you want to have a beer?
No, literally.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope that I'm excited to increase my network of people that I know. Because I think I have a lot of acquaintances.
Mm.
I don't think I have a ton of. I think I have a lot of friends. I'm friendly with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not like super close to a lot of people. And I consider you a close friend, of course.
Yeah.
But I hold the whole pledge class.
Yeah.
But I say like you and Dakota more than the rest of the guys. I think. Because.
Just hanging out more.
Yeah. But yeah, like don't have like I need to, like, I have a problem, I call this person to talk it over. Like my dad has like his best friend from college.
Yeah.
And like they still like call each other and talk about like any decision that they're gonna make. They're like,
That's awesome.
call them up, which is like cool. Like I want to have that, but like I don't have
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, you don't need to know that now.
no, I know, and it'll all get figured out.
Yeah. Gotta go with the flow.
Uh-huh.
The feng shui.
Exactly.
What's something that you have to do every day?
I try to check my email every day, which is a very adult thing to say.
Hmm.
I don't check it every day though, on the weekends usually.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard because I haven't had a schedule. I don't have a routine right now, so like I can't think about the things that I do every day. And like even when I did, it was just like school.
Yeah.
You know, so like I feel like I haven't lived like a real adult life at all, so I don't really know what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
I poop every day, at least once a day.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to go outside every day. I don't know, you said it before we started, but yeah, I think that's like a good, at least breathe some fresh air.
Yeah.
Because there were like times when I wouldn't go outside for 2, 3, 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, and that's bad for a person.
Yeah. There was a stint earlier this summer where I went to High Banks on Saturday with some friends,
Mhm.
and then I went to see John Mulaney on Friday. In between those two things, outside of going to the gym, I didn't talk to I didn't go outside. I didn't talk to anyone unless it was at work, for work.
Yeah.
And it was just, yeah, it's crazy how you can just kind of blink. And it's oh, it's been a whole week, and I just haven't.
Yeah, you can just disappear, and it's
Yeah.
good and when people disappear around you, sometimes you don't notice.
Yeah.
The year actually going on too, so I was especially that in the grind period of the last semester, I would go to my room and the kitchen and the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be my first date for a week straight, and so Weber or something would knock on my door hey man, I haven't seen you in a week, you alright?
Yeah.
I'm no dude, I'm not alright. Life is hell.
Yeah.
Existence is futile.
Yeah, you can say that again.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to having a routine.
Yeah.
I think I said that already, but it'll be nice.
Yeah. What is your proudest accomplishment?
I'm pretty proud of myself for graduating. I mean, I made it a lot harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
Of course, but
That's where the fun comes in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it was, and I never thought that I wouldn't, but there was sort of several times where I was holy shit, I might not.
Yeah.
In 4 years. And I mean, I guess I did it in 4.5 because I took a summer, but it was COVID, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And it let me keep my minors, so that's cool. But I changed my major that COVID summer. And so I did my entire major in
1 summer.
2.5 years.
Oh damn. That's short.
Yeah.
And did you were archaeology before this, right? Or what was it?
I was environmental science, and then I was zoology.
Did that transfer over decently? Or?
That's how my ecology minor came about, is my hard science stuff.
Gotcha.
So my chem and bio and that
Yeah.
stuff, because I was it would be such a waste of money and time to not get anything out of it.
Yeah.
But in a way, I sort of got nothing out of it still because
Yeah, because fuck chem and bio though.
I got through Gen Chem 1 and I was like,
Never.
I'm not going to do science.
Yeah. No, I think the best thing for I only had to take physics in college and have to take chem or bio, and
I didn't have to take physics.
I'm so thankful that I only had to take one of arguably the easiest that Ohio State gives, because physics is shit, but I haven't heard the war stories about physics that you hear about chem and bio, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would have been a bad road of OChem and phys. Yeah. Not a lot of fun.
My mom, when me and my sister were cleaning out our basement during COVID, we found my mom's old chem book, and we were asking her questions on this shit, and she just got Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those words to me even now, from my high school chem days.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
No, thank God I'm never gonna be anywhere near hard science because fuck that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm proud of myself for graduating.
Yeah.
It was hard. My last semester, like, to push through.
Yeah.
Was tough.
Yeah.
But I did it, and I'm pretty proud of myself for that.
Oh yeah. What's something you want to own?
I think I want to buy a gun.
A gun?
Yeah.
Any reason why, or?
I feel like it might be important to have a gun at some point.
Sorry.
I also want to have a nice liquor cabinet. I want to have a wet bar in my house. Totally different answer, but
Yeah. No, it's a great answer, too.
But I would like to have a wet bar. I think that'd be really cool to have it like built in, the sink and
Mm.
the fridge and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I think I'll probably buy a gun at some point.
I gotcha.
But I'm still could take the boy out of the country.
Can't take the country out of the boy.
I'm not really country. I'm fake country.
Hmm.
I'm not a real country boy.
I don't know. You got the Carhartt shirt on. Convince me.
And the beard.
And the beard.
God.
What do you think the price of gas will be by the next time we film?
In a year, I think it'll be back down. I think at some point it'll reach a breaking point where either the government will step in or people will stop buying gas. Just out of lack of ability. And so then there'll be a surplus, and from my micro and macroeconomics that I took that I didn't need,
Yeah.
I can tell you that if supply increases and demand does not, or demand decreases, supply stays the same,
Mm-hmm.
price goes down.
That's cool.
I think it'll be low, and I think hopefully the Russia shit will be figured out by then, and Ukraine, like, because that's been a player of that, and also just like OPEC in general somebody needs to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also not our oil, they can do whatever they want. Like, I don't think we should invade, obviously.
Yeah.
We did that already.
Yeah.
It didn't work
Didn't
great.
work out.
No, not great. So we should do that, but like, figure something out.
Yeah.
Also, we should stop using gas in general.
Yeah.
We should just go electric.
Have you seen all the like TikToks of like people that have like
The
made,
water powered
yeah.
cars, yeah. And they die.
Those people are dead. Like, there's no way that like that's gonna be like allowed.
I think on a small scale they'll allow it, but at some point I think it's gonna, the thing is it's so expensive to do that, and I'm sure there are other aspects of that are not just water.
Yeah.
You don't just put water in and it
Yeah.
becomes hydrogen powered, like that needs to get broken down, that requires electricity, where do you get the electricity?
There's your chem stuff coming through.
Yeah, I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But like my dad's house is like 95% off the grid.
Really?
Because they have solar panels, and they both drive Teslas.
Oh yeah.
So like, if they have any more solar panels, they're technically a power plant,
Really?
and has to like pay taxes. Like as a power plant.
Yeah.
Which would suck, but yeah. So I think at some point it'll become so cheap for electricity, like solar panels will become cheap that like it'll just become. I think it's inevitable.
Yeah. I really want to get solar eventually, because also like the fact that you can just like, if you don't use enough electricity, it essentially like pays for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they if you're not using, and they also have they put in, which is recently, they put in more panels and then a battery. So if
Mhm.
the power goes out,
Still the battery.
the battery, and then the sun will fuel the battery.
Yeah.
So even if the grid's off for a week, as long as we like don't use the full battery in the
Yeah.
sun,
Yeah.
we have electricity,
That's awesome.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the way of the future.
So, but yeah, I think gas will be back down eventually.
Where do you want to visit next?
I would love to go. I have like two sort of big bucket list places that I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Greece and do Athens and do the whole. Cause I'm a big history nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that. I think it would be sweet. Go see the Parthenon and like the. That'd be cool. Or the Pantheon. Parthenon. Pantheon's in France.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parthenon and like the Acropolis. All that. Acropolis.
Yeah.
And then I also want to go to Madagascar,
Like the movie?
not the country,
Yeah.
and see the lemurs.
Yeah.
So I love lemurs.
Yeah.
I love me a good primate.
Oh yeah.
And I think that'd be cool.
Greece has been blowing up recently. I feel like I never heard of people going to Greece, but now I like see people going to Greece like every week.
I mean, it's beautiful, and the food's great.
Greek food is delicious.
I'm still working on my olive tolerance. I don't really like olives. Which should be sort of a barrier for Greece, I think.
You could just. I'm not an olive person either, so
Yeah.
like I don't feel the need to, you know, heighten my olive tolerance. I'll just like, you know, it's one of those.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Abigail likes olives, so
Yeah.
should eat my olives.
There you
know
go.
Olive Theory?
What's olive theory?
That's from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
It's like if one person likes olives, one person doesn't like olives, they're like a perfect couple. She made a TikTok about it.
Yeah, I probably should know that because our house show is How I Met Your Mother. Like, whenever there's nothing on the TV, like someone just throw it on.
It's a fire show.
It is.
I've probably been binging that more than anything, because Abigail's been watching it. So whenever we're hanging out, like we're eating, like
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother. It's a good show.
It's a good show. The only problem is I've seen seasons like 2 through like 6 or 7. Every episode a million times because they keep restarting it because like they like the middle. But like personally, I think like 5 through 8 is like.
I
really
don't
good.
know where we are.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten to the end yet, so I don't know how it all ends up.
Do you know how that ends up?
Mhm.
Okay, no spoilers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. What was the question?
Where do you want to visit next?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, Greece is cool, and
yeah.
it's like beautiful, and the whole like everything's like the whitewashed in the not cultural way, but the physical where
Yeah.
like it's like the plaster alabaster,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like it's so beautiful, like the beaches and.
Plaster alabaster, is that a thing?
Is an alabaster a thing?
I don't know. I've never heard of that, but if that's an actual thing, that's a sick name. That sounds like a band name. Plaster alabaster.
I think it's two separate things.
Oh, okay. Should have a band name now. Always make a list of.
Alabaster is a variety of rock. Often used for carving and is processed for plaster powder.
Plaster alabaster. Alabaster plaster.
Alabaster plaster. Sounds right.
I got you. What's one piece of advice you have for yourself, the world, for me, whoever?
I would say just like relax. Let it happen. Go with the flow.
Last words from Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I like it though. That's
Like, just yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
That's sort of how that's for me mostly.
Yeah.
That's what I need to hear.
just go with the flow.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
It'll all work itself out.
I like that a lot. And last but certainly not least, top 5.
Wish I could have prepared for these so I had good answers.
Oh, no worries.
Or something funny.
I feel like the only reason I like once I have enough videos on YouTube and it's like people that like other people know and like you can just watch that.
I should have watched one, yeah.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's like if you know the questions beforehand, like I don't know about you, but like I feel like I kind of like would like mentally prepare exactly what I'm gonna say for each question, and then it's like a lot less of a conversation, more of just like a like I need to hit these points.
Right,
kind of
like
thing.
a rundown.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assembling lists in my head.
Go for it.
Top 5 in order of top 5? Or just top 5 things in no particular order?
No particular order.
Okay. I like that better. The smell of fresh cut grass.
Great answer.
Thank you. The feeling of clean sheets.
Also great answer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Having a girlfriend. Very cool.
Mm.
Happy. Make me happy. Make me smile.
Yeah.
I'm thinking very sensory here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
The sheets smell.
It's a different vibe. I like it.
A glass of water in the middle of the night. Their bedside water. Nighttime bedside water.
Dude, I turn into a monster
Fire.
at like 3 a.m. You know, I just like I can drink a gallon.
Like hungover bedside water.
Mm.
When you wake up in the middle of the night. Like when you go
Yeah.
to bed drunk and wake up when you're sober.
Yeah.
And then you drink it and go back to bed.
Amazing.
Huge for me.
Yeah.
This is a top and a low 5. But I'd say the advent of social media and the internet is a top for me, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's given much good, but also much bad, but also much good.
It's the nature of any good thing.
Exactly.
You know, I feel like all good things are either turned evil or marketed
Yeah.
in some sort of way, but
Yeah, you live long enough.
you're die a hero or live long enough to see yourself
Exactly.
become a villain.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's for the world culturally and sort of socioeconomically, I think it's been so important. Like, globalization, bad. Good, but bad.
Yeah.
But good in the way of the IDO. I learned about this in my theory class, but like the transfer of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
I think is so important and the top thing for me.
I like that. Yeah. Well, that's the podcast. I'm really glad you were able to come on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was
Yeah.
a blast. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah. We I got you, Kirk, and DSG down, and I don't know if I'll be able to get Clay or Meso, just because I haven't seen. I don't.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but everyone else definitely gonna get on here. So 3 down, more to go. Yeah. But yeah, thanks, and I don't really know how to end this thing. So bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's